Editing has come a long way in its almost 140-year lifespan. The first use of film editing is attributed to Robert W. Paul, who made one of the first films that used more than one shot in Come Along Do, made in 1898. To nowadays standards, having only 2 shots in the minute-and-a-half film would seem almost as archaic as seeing your friend use a laugh cry emoji in the year 2023. After this, editing became more and more advanced. The next advancement was made in the same year, in George Méliès's The Four Troublesome Heads, where we see the first example of multiple exposures. This is where, in this case, 4 of himself are all in different places at the same time. Next, in the year 1900, film tinting became more and more common to add colour to films and make them over 5 minutes long, which is about as short as my interest for the next Fortnite collaboration. This was in Brighton School by George Albert Smith and James Williamson. Then, 3 years later, Edwin S. Porter made The Great Train Robbery, which included 20 different shots, 10 inside and 10 outside. This film also included cross-cutting and dissolving, which was rare for the time. Then, a theory came about the fact that not every shot needs to be shown fully. That contextual relationships can be shown without both the subjects needing to be in the shot at the same time. To test this theory, Russian director Lev Kuleshov took older footage of a proclaimed Russian actor and then spliced in footage of a bowl of soup and a shot of an elderly woman in a coffin. When the film was shown, the actor was praised for showing the hunger in his face when he saw the soup and showing his grief when he saw the dead woman. Of course, the shot of the actor was taken years before, and he never saw any of what was shown. The audience just assumed he did, as they were shown one after the other. This shows that a shot can be changed completely, just by how it is edited together. But by today's standards, this form of physical editing would be considered primitive. We've been able to edit a bear doing cocaine into films. There must have been some big change. But what was this big change, you may be asking? Well, in 1971, the first ever editing software was created, the CMX600, known as RAVE or Random Access Video Editor. This was a huge step in video editing, but did have its drawbacks. The main one being its price of $250,000 or just over 207,000 Great British pounds. And after that, the boom happened. In the 80s and 90s, we were introduced to behemoths like Avid and Premiere Pro, with Avid allowing 640 by 480, which was surprising for the time. And in the 2010s, we were able to make it easy for 4K films to be made at home, as we now have higher specs for home PCs. And now, new editing software is coming out every day, like DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut Pro. From films only having one shot, from being able to edit I Need a Hero from Shrek 2 into Avengers Endgame, I think it's fair to say that editing has come a long way.